And alright, hello everyone on Twitch and on YouTube. We are going to attempt to cast. And when I say attempt, I mean my ISP has been not working recently. So this is very much an attempt. Hopefully it goes well. Then Dan, you got no lags? You said I got no lags? Is that a quotation I don't understand? Anyway, let's get an ad out of the way. And we should have drafts soon. That's fine. Do we have drafts? AW2cm.net. AW2 spectator dashboard. Alright, Masty, Emu. These drafts did do nothing. Oh, there we are. Alright. Map drafts. Do these fit on my overlay? I don't know if they fit on my overlay. Give me a moment, chat. I gotta see if I can fit them. The maps do fit? They do fit. How about those civs? Do the civs fit? Let's see if the civs fit. The civs don't fit. Wait a minute, wait a minute. I can fix that. 1500. Alright, now I just gotta make everything a tiny bit smaller. Everything. Actually, wait. Let me center the civs first, then we'll make everything fit. Does that look roughly centered? Let me zoom in. Myself and check. That looks pretty centered to me. Everything here, we group it together. And I gotta make it a tiny bit smaller. Just so we can fit everything. And then we fit everything. Go to the side slightly. And we're fitting everything. Alright, boom, we have an overlay. We have an overlay. Time for the Limbao Championship to be rewarded. To be awarded. Yes, and let me just double check. Well, I gotta swap my overlay. Sorry, I got my overlay backwards. We're gonna have Emu Warrior on the left and Mastyjames on the right. And game one will be on Cross. Classic Mad Catter map. I know it's a Forrest Gump reference. I've never actually seen Forrest Gump myself, though. What? I've never seen it. I don't think it's nearly as bad as T90 not having seen Star Wars, but yeah, it's one of those movies I've never seen. Alright, so what do we have in terms of maps? Emu picked Arena and Migration as maps. Masty picked Graveyards and Inundation. Interesting to see Migration against Masty, because Masty likes his Migration. He has seen Forrest Gump? Hasn't he still not seen Star Wars or Lord of the Rings? I saw Mass Moore streaming the other day. He was playing the Wrath of Khan OST in the background. I was like, that's a man who's seen some good movies. Alright, chat. So we're gonna pray for internet stability. And is anyone on YouTube? Let me just... If I type hi in YouTube, does that show up on YouTube? I think it does. Okay, yeah, we are good on YouTube. I had to double check that, we're good. And so, welcome in. I haven't streamed on YouTube in a while, but I haven't had as much to stream recently. Well, I'm going to hope to stream Harris Tournament this weekend, but I am still unsure as to the stability of my internet. Arena's why we're all here? Yes, 100% why we're here. Also, Paradox, is there anything going on with the drafts that's not obvious this time? Are there any special settings we should be aware of? Italians, yeah, Vikings the first band from Masty, doesn't want to deal with those longboats on migration. Not really. Pick first for maps. Alright. So it's not like we have extra maps like we did in the previous round. Okay, yeah, pick first so you get a true home map. Spanish or goat on inundation. Any nomad map, honestly. I mean, so let's look at the civs right now. So Emu, he has a win with Spanish on inundation. Let's be maybe clear about that. And also, Wei versus Turks is a matchup where I think the Wei can do pretty well on arena. Turks is still Turks, though. What is the migration civ? Are Lithuanians a migration civ? Good Dark Age with the extra food, but maybe that doesn't matter in the 1v1 like it does on the team game flank. Portuguese could be a migration civ. Masty's got Italians for migration, so I think Masty has the favorite for migration. He's got Jurchens for graveyards. He's got Wu for cross. We'll see if we get another longswordsman matchup on cross. Burgundians could also be used on arena. Britons for inundation, perhaps? But then you're using Spanish somewhere else. Portuguese can play. Portuguese can play every map, that's true. Yeah, I got a couple civs like that. Portuguese, Malay, Byzantines. Even Italians kind of, they can go everywhere. I guess maybe the Nomad map's even more Portuguese, though, than the other civs. Yeah, if there is one play on every single map civ, it's probably the Portuguese. Can Emu get away with that matchup? Oh. Now that is a quality pun right there. Also, I typed on my YouTube chat in Twitch, and it didn't show up on YouTube. Oh, there you go. Now I see some YouTubers. Hello, Miss Luna Rain. Hello, Mangle Time. And hello, Alan Citas. How are you doing? YouTube is here. YouTube is here, yes. It's not updating in OBS for me for some reason, but y'all are here. If I type like a heart, maybe that doesn't update. It does there. All right, we've successfully connected to YouTube chat, though. We're good. We're good. So, we're ready to start. And Burmese at the end for Masty. Maybe Masty goes Masty Monks on Arena. And then Turks on Inundation, perhaps. Ooh. Also, Paradox, apparently, are you getting up at 3:30 a.m.? That is quite early. And if you are, I wish you luck. In my advanced stages, I can no longer do that as I could in the past. Alright, so I think, let's see, do we have a lobby up? I don't see a lobby yet. Just gonna wait for them to get started. Literal hacks on Bury Nothing. I did see a game on, what was that map? Shrubland, where it was Portuguese on the outside. That's the one where the wood's in the middle, you have a circle of rock terrain, and then the berries are on the outside. And there was no lumber camp, it was just berries. Portuguese wood from the berries all game. Alright, Cross, they have a lobby. Masty Emu, let's get an ad out of the way. And we'll get started. Masty in the yellow against Emu in the purple. And they should be launching momentarily for one of the most highly anticipated matchups of USA Cup. Also, I didn't watch it yet. Maybe I'll cast the Rex at some point. We had Daniel versus Honey Badger. Later tonight, there's Development versus Smokey, but I'm afraid that's a bit too late for me to cast. That's at 11 p.m. And then Scotty versus T90. So far, OBS is telling me 0 dropped frames for this ever since I started, so hopefully we're okay. And perhaps that stability issue has been fixed. If I call their customer service enough times, maybe they'll eventually fix something. Maybe they'll be like, we're tired of this guy calling us. We'll send someone to fix it properly. Alright, also, if you're worried about the elos of these players, or maybe not worried so much as curious about the elos, I don't know if maybe you stay up late at night worrying about Masty and Emu and their elos, but Masty right now, 2235, Emu 2177. We also casted them earlier in the group stage. That was a 2-1 Masty win. So this is a very highly anticipated matchup. They are presumably in the same building, but in separate rooms right now, so if the game gets chaotic, physical violence might ensue between the parties. We'll need to keep a careful eye on the APM counters to see if someone got up from their PC to go fight the other one IRL. We'll know who got up first. Remember, this is USA Cup. We're used to watching baseball. We know what it's like to see the dugouts clear, the bullpens empty out, everyone run onto the field. And that might just so happen inside of their household. These two brothers. Facing off in one of the biggest sets of their lives right now. USA Cup 2026. And let's see, are they launching? They're just sitting in the lobby right now, sitting there, tantalizing us. Now, Paradox, are there spectator delay rules for this tournament? Because I see they have a 60-second delay right now. Who's older? I think they're twins. If one's older, it's by a few moments. Did I misspell Emu in the stream title? Versus up. There we go. Let's get that correct. Now we'll get all the viewers. Let's go Masty. Go Masty indeed. Mastu versus Emu. Oh, they have launched. They have launched. We have a 60-second spec delay. Is that correct? And it will be Persians versus Lithuanians. So Lithuanians for Emu, Persians for Mr. Mastyjames. Oh, did you know that AoE2 now has emus in it? I was looking at that. Yeah, I was like, oh no, what I was watching the Spiffing Brit play, and I was watching him push his hunt in, and he pushed an emu. And bad admin? Blaming Paradox for not enforcing his spec delay rules? He's not gonna admin loss both players out of the tournament because they don't have the right delay? Masty's older by a couple of minutes. Ooh, okay, Masty's the elder. Oof, alright, so Emu equals Rhea. Yep, and Emu is a renamed Rhea. Who is the evil twin? Perhaps both can be evil. There is. Emu should be aggressive like boars, though. Alright, let's see. Capture age. Boom. Oh, I gotta reverse my scoreboard. Boom. Oh, and Toasty Ale, thank you for the follow. And that is lovely because, as I said earlier, we're closing in on 16k followers. We're at 15,953. So if you follow, you'll help us get closer to 16k. Anyway, we have Masty here. He's in the yellow to the west as the Persians, Emu, and the purple to the east as the Lithuanians. And what do we have in the corner? We have a large pond. Lovely, lovely pond. What do we have on the west? Another pond. One pond for each player, and these ponds have 8 deep fish in each of them. This is the tournament version of Cross, so we don't have as many fish as we would have on the ladder version. So it's a bit less powerful for the fish boom. And backward line for Masty. Oh, Emzia, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you very much. We're here casting one of the most important tournaments of all time. It's called USA Cup. And we have two brothers here, Masty and Emu. They're in the same house in the quarterfinals. And two of the top players from the US. And we're just getting started with the best of 5 between them. Hello, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. And if you're from Norway and you're watching the World Cup and you make it to the finals are happening like right down the street from me, kind of like a 30-minute drive from where I live. I've seen people wearing soccer jerseys in the Walmart near me. All the tourists stocking up on their World Cup supplies. And how the game's going, we are just getting started here. Just getting started here, Elastus. So this is the map Cross. It's actually in DE. It started out as a custom map, but it's in DE right now. Now, I'm not going to it. Tickets would be absurdly expensive for someone who doesn't watch soccer, but... I'll enjoy basking in the glow of the nearby tourists. Anyway, so Masty here, he'll be docking. Cross is started out as a custom map. It's officially in the game now. And you'll see civs like Persians, Lithuanians, Japanese, Byzantines, civs with good fish booms, but also the ability to fight with fire galleys in the small ponds. Persians. We might get some war elephants this game. If there's any two players where we would see war elephants, it's got to be these two. What is the Cross? You only know for that. They renamed Cross to Four Lakes when they put it in the game. But everyone who's old like I am, you're going through your 30s. When we were playing AoE 2, it was called Cross. It was called Cross. So here's Emu luring in his boar, as you do. So these are also standard settings. No Empire Wars, no Nineville start or anything. Good old 3 Village or Dark Age start. You remember those days? I remember those days. Those were lovely days. And also Paradox in the chat. He is the admin throwing together the tournament. So lovely event that Paradox has been so kind to organize for us. In terms of USA players, Daniel, you've probably seen him in some high-level tournaments, is probably the favorite. After him, T90 and Smokey, in some order, probably 2 and 3 right now. And nice broiler from Masty, who isn't using the TC to shoot. Almost lost that Vil. Was one hit away, but keeps the Vil alive. It's not an Ensemble Studios map. It was not an original map, that's true. But in terms of map positioning, everything's pretty balanced. We'll have the gold. I mean, Masty has a wonderful map for kind of walling the front and then walling to the side over here. It's a big wall, but he can keep the gold safe. And looks like that's what he might want to do. He can even wall just to the TC and then wall in front here eventually. He's got his dock as part of the wall. Nice and safe in the back. Emu's scouting that. And we have to keep an eye on all the little dots on the minimap to see whether players go to try to dock in the other lakes. Have a great stream, T-West. I'm off to concentrate on the World Cup before I need to get some sleep. I'll have fun with the World Cup.
Speaking.
I can... Oh my gosh, Emu, don't do this. I can enjoy being in the host country, knowing that we have no chance of winning. Okay, so Emu is doing one of the cardinal sins of playing AoE 2. Never place your barracks where there's going to be a little one-tile gap next to that wood line. Because it is inevitable, no matter what you do. You could set that ungarrison flag, the gather point over here, completely on the left, and it doesn't matter what happens. Your unit is just going to go out in that little tile and get trapped. Oh my gosh, it's going to get trapped. Have a good stream, gonna go get some food. Oh, thanks, MZO. Thank you so much for the raid. Also, wait, let me give you a shout out too. Let me give you a shout out. MZ is a lovely person, and you should go join on Wednesday's Honor stream to play against the AI. We had some crazy 2v6 games against the AI. And Masty with 1 second idle TC. A horror. So fishing lines here, fishing lines from Masty. He will be doing those upgrades in the recent patch with the water rework. Fishing lines now is a feudal age upgrade. Your fishing ships themselves are less efficient. when you need to do fishing lines to get them up to speed, basically. So it'll be a scouts opening from Emu. And some more scouts over here from Masty popping out of that stable. So scouts from both. In the group stage, oh, those are really close stables. In the group stage when they played, they both went longswords. But no men-at-arms opening this time. Both these civs do kind of lend themselves towards scouts. And they both do want map control with scouts to collect relics. Lithuanians will get extra attack on their knight line for every relic they pick up. And the scout cav is the unit that resists monks. So if you want to snipe off monks, stop them from grabbing relics, the scout's the unit you want to go for. So, I mean, you could even see pretty heavy scouts. They're both walling up quite a bit. But scouts into light cav, maybe playing the game like it's arena with a pond. And there we go. As I said earlier, players going to dock the other corners. And Emu walled his Vil in, but needs to get more HP on the wall, as Masty's there with his 3 scouts. And the dock goes up, but the Vil will go down. As that was almost a wonderful Vil pick from Masty, but Emu had just enough HP on the dock to finish it off. He's going to make a Hulk. A Hulk in the pond. Yeah, long swordsman. The Persians do not upgrade to two-handed swordsmen, so kind of a meme longsword line, but they can at least very much go for the longswords. That's where you needed the earlier Sicilians' instant transport bonus. I never thought of it like that, but you're right. You could have saved that Vil with an instant transport. So there we go, Masty amassing some scouts. Emu will add, ooh, there's a hole in the wall. I'll add in a couple of spears to defend. The classic hole on the hill. Emu will try to wall that up. Gonna be the only eco kill the whole game? Maybe. And Masty's going for a huge wall. Do you think Masty? I mean, there's kind of an obvious wall over to here. But do you think he might wall the entire map? That's, I mean, honestly, not that much more walling than it would be just to go here. Then Emu could do the same. We could see both these players wall the whole map. Those walls from Emu, one to the side, and then a circle around his base. It's like a magnifying glass saying, zoom in, watch my base. Oh, while you're doing that and you're distracted, I'll run scouts in. Hey, Masty, he's doing some more walls too, trying to keep himself protected from those scouts. You can expect everything from them except something normal. Well, this is about as normal as you can play on Cross, right? Just scouts opening with some fish. Yeah, oh, we played a game of Oasis earlier. I onager cut to the middle and added fish traps all around the middle of the map. I had 65 fish traps. It felt wonderful. I was Malay and I deleted all of my farmers. They're just Malay elephants. I had trade and fish traps. Yeah, the Oasis dream. Needs to add another circle and another line. Oh, okay. So Masty showing the right way to create a gate. There's an 11. So when you place the gate foundation, you don't replace your walls with it. You place it one tile back, and then you delete one of the tiles in front of the gate for exactly that situation so that the scouts don't walk through. If you just replace your wall with it, the scouts would have gotten in. But Masty can have a good 11 about that in the chat. A little chuckle. A laugh to himself. Let's look at Bloodlines and Horse Collar now. You don't like that they delete the auto farm for fish traps on the dock? Oh, yeah, I couldn't see that. Where is that now? Where is that does it still exist? Because I couldn't find the auto fish trap button earlier. Didn't really need it with Malay, but we'll have a bit of a scout fight, and the spears will place some fear into Masty's eyes, and he'll have to turn and run as he sees them. But now that he's up, he's going to start adding in it. Knights, double stables. Persians have access to camels too. Camels are a counter to knights. Oh, and that Vil's going forward. Bosaw on the way, going forward for a workshop. That is a bit of a risk. The Vil probably needs to wall herself in. There she goes. 1, 2, 3 palisades. Nicely done. And not going for the light cap upgrade, just trying to pump out the knights right away. Now, Lithuanians a much better monk civ than the Persians are, so if they go monk defense, that could be good. Oh, it's Emu's turn to get some revenge, maybe? Yes, gets through the palisade and kills a Vil, but at the cost of a lot of scouts. And the spears will start to go down, and Masty can send another Vil, so 1-to-1, Vil KD. Masty up by around 800 more resources collected so far. 11 to 12 fishing ships. But Emu, if this loads in, okay, he did do fishing lines. And Masty's aggressive here, forging on the way. Persians have the faster working docks and TC, so his TC will be pumping out Vils behind this. And Emu is gonna go 1-2 double barracks. Triple barracks. Triple barracks pikemen, it looks like. And add in double monastery monks. Okay, we've gotten past the position when things are standard. Things are no longer standard. Triple barracks pikemen, double monastery monks. What does Masty see? He sees nothing. He doesn't know. He doesn't know the horrors Emu is going to unleash upon him. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, Emu doing a TC. Tiny wood line, but TCable nevertheless. The Lithuanians do have Sanctity and Redemption and faster working monasteries, so they are a very good monk civ. But Masty wants to be very aggressive in the civ matchup, does not want to give Emu the opportunity to grab relics on the map. Here comes some more pikemen. Now, we all know knights beat pikemen in the early Castle Age, but maybe with 3 barracks, Emu can get straight to the late Castle Age. Maybe he can help Masty mangonels his own knights. Oh, and here come the pikemen. Here comes a monk. Pikemen gonna kill the scouts, so there goes Masty's attempt to pick off monks with the scouts. Look at his own monk forward, but much less valuable to convert a pikeman than to convert a knight. And we'll have Redemption and Sanctity, so monks for converting mangonels, but here comes Masty with his Masty plan, with a Masty monk to grab a relic. And behind this, he'll get his second TC started on stone. And, oh, chat. Masty on stone. Masty on stone. Do you think this means Masty could, in the back of his mind, the very back of it, be thinking about war elephants? I mean, that's even an M. That's an M for Masty stone mine, saying, Masty, go make the war elephants. I mean, he's against pikemen and monks, so the worst unit composition he could think of for making them, but I don't think that's going to stop him. Is there oh yeah, there was a lot of market usage going on. So sold his retirement savings. Not M for Mario. M for Masty, definitely. Oh, conversion on a scorpion? The other thing that Emu could do is atonement. And here come the conversions. There's one conversion on a mangonel. It'll get the scorpion. Can it get another hit? He's trying to stay within attack ground distance. Ooh, gets both of them, and the pikeman can finish him off. So here's the strength of the Redemption monks. Emu clears everything. Emu clears everything. Res collected. Masty's about 2k res collected ahead, though. Man, the Persians and their faster working TCs have an insane economy. And here come the pikemen poking down the knights. But knights versus pikemen in early Castle Age, we all know, knights are strong. Pikemen counter them, but you need a lot of pikemen. And 2 separate groups of pikemen did not take a good fight there. That's 2 relics now for Masty. Doing handcart too. Looks like a reversed W for war elephants. Oh yeah, maybe that's the problem. He has it set to M for Masty when he needs it set to W for war elephant. And magical cow, thank you for the magical follow. An idiot AoE 4 player teach you. Hello, Bubblegump. Thank you for the follow too. We can teach you the horrors of map scripting one day. I'll explain the secrets of the fish traps. Up and there we go. Spears killing Vils. And Emu hasn't recognized this. Ooh, hasn't realized it. TC will kill some spears. And Masty will destroy a dock, so that will stop 5 fishing ships worth of food eco down here in the south. Couple of drinks and some unhinged rants on map scripting. Here we have a ram forward. Pikeman will poke down a monk. Yeah, map scripting is a very arcane science. But yeah, we have Coast Arena in the Brazilian Dynasty, so that's a trigonometry plus comment says if statements map. And oh no, Emu goes for the TC, but just as Masty's in with his knights, and oh, how many vills? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's at least 8 vills. You can count the bodies on the ground, decaying, as are the hopes and dreams of constructing that TC. At the front, he was destroyed a monastery. He will abscond with 2 relics, but now Masty's making a Cav Archer swap. Rams will destroy the TC. Masty's now up by about 20 vills, and Emu will call GG, as that is just way too much pressure from Masty, the Persian eco. Persian eco into a great push. I was a bit worried when the initial vill got sniped off trying to construct the workshop, but Emu lost a ton of scouts trying to snipe that vill when he was down in eco already. And as much as I love monks, the triple, quadruple barracks pikeman plus double monastery monk play, not enough. And Masty, he didn't make any war elephants, but he will win the game. He was getting close to the castle drop, which would have been on Emu's face. And he will find himself with a 1-0 lead here. Let me swap over to the score scene. And here we are. We will have a 45 to 22 KD for Masty. Much better eco. And when did that really start pulling ahead? That's kind of mid-feudal into Castle Age. When he pulled ahead, yeah, that's going to give him that good old minute 30, just about, uptime advantage. And all in all, at the end, 2 conversions for each, but 45 to 22 KD. Masty has looked really good this tournament. Maybe, could Masty be number 1 in the US? He's fighting for it. He's got a good chance. Right, let me get an ad out of the way between the games, and we'll check off these maps here. We'll have Cross 1 for Masty. And for Civs, it'll be Persians winning over Lithuanians. The very first picked Lithuanians, too. Yeah, very first pick. On the custom drafting overlay. Yeah, this is good old, I have some CSS removing the background of the stuff. I have a custom Capture Age overlay with buttons that I click, but I've not got it set up for the drafts yet. Oh, the next map, chat. The next map is going to be the best map. And you know what that means? I think you know what that means, chat. I think you know what the best map is. So Emu, finding himself down 1-0, is going to pick Arena. Cross is the best map already. Change your mind? I think maybe the next game will do it. That's a weird way to pronounce Nomad. Nah, I think we need to convince Cow that Arena is extremely magical. No Mesa Verde. Yeah, no Mesa Verde. Mesa Verde is a wonderful map. I'm trying to do something kind of similar to Mesa Verde, Socotra, Cliffbound, something like that for one of the final maps for Brazil. 4 Lakes, is it goated in AoE 4? You don't see 4 Seasons. 4 Seasons is a 2v2 map. Oh yeah, I don't know if AoE 4 is anything like that. That was I was in a voice call with Viper many years ago. We were coming up with map ideas for cartographers, and then I just kind of had this epiphany that we could do a 2 TC start, but set it up so that it's a 1v1 between each pair of players. It's an amazing map. Yeah, 2v2 on 4 seasons. Next time, we'll have to bring that back next time we do cartographers. So let me make sure I got my scoreboard set up right. And this will be Emu is the way, and Masty is the Turks. So here we are. We'll have Emu Warrior to the northwest as the purple way, and Mastyjames to the southeast as the yellow Turks. And as I said, the Turks, one of the absolute best arena civilizations, but I think it is a very rough civ matchup that they have against the Wei. I think that the Wei, with how good their economy is, have a timing advantage where they can find counters to the strengths of the Turks before the Turks get to their super late game ultimate buffed artillery stage. Lewis versus Hera round 2. So we have the rhinos on the map. They have 400 food, a bit more food than normal. Boars have 340. And then we have these hares. The chicken reskins, the hares. We'll have 8 of them per player. You can hear them squeak. I'm sure T90's going to love that sound. I wonder if we'll see a funnel. Yeah, this is where Cal can really learn the horrors of AoE 2. So the hares and the chickens were made because everyone, when they had deer, you take the scout, you push the deer to the TC. These were made so that you actually have to go and mill them. However, we figured out if you build a wall, you see how they take their little random walks occasionally. If you just build a wall that cuts from the forest through the chickens and then goes to the TC, their random walks makes them decide to walk from one side of the wall to the other, and they walk right to your TC. So we figured out you can still funnel them to the TC. Is the funnel still a thing, Drex? Yes, the funnel is very much still a thing. And yes, there we go. Emu's doing it. Emu is doing it. You know about the chicken stuff? Here we go. He's doing the live action chicken funnel. Let's go. You can see some shortest path funneling in action. I think you needed to do the funnel a bit farther out. You kind of want to cut the group of chickens in half. Also, this is the very, very arcane fact that I know because I have stared at chickens way too long. Stuff in AoE 2, the random number generator tends to have a bias to the left side of the map. This is 0, 0 over here. X increases this way and Y increases down to the bottom. Chickens are more likely to walk to the left from their start location. So if you build your chicken funnel, it's kind of ideal to do it slightly to the left side of the chickens. Yep, I had a scenario. I put like dozens of boars on a map. I marked their start locations. I used some terrains to make a grid around them, and then I watched for a long time, and I watched and observed as most of the time they spent slightly left of their start location. Back in the AOC days, before we had all the new map scripting features, and you didn't start with your sheep under your control, like you do now. Now, that was one of the little facts you learned as you played a lot of games, that your sheep would usually be on the left side of your TC, so that was the spot you had to scout first. Rabbits are so cute. I know, how could Emu take the rabbits for food? The hares. How could he dare take the hare? I wonder if Doubt has these kinds of discussions with his buddies too. Doubt doesn't need discussions. There we go. We'll have a Masty mill on the berries there. I'll see if he pays attention and remembers to build the mill with that vill. Or if he puts a second vill in there. Oh, he does, yeah. So this is a little masterpiece you can do. You put the vill inside the square here. And just makes it a bit more efficient. Yeah, and he's going to mill the hares. So he's milling them. So 100% style points have gone to Emu this game. AoE4 pathing is the same, but 0-0 is the center, so it tends to be biased towards 0-0. Better on the right side of the map, which is ++. That makes sense. I think AoE 2 uses, or at least in the original one, used a simple linear congruential generator for most of its randomness, and then there were manual checks against that generator in different parts of code that were all implemented differently. Sad thing, though, Emu left one hare out here. It didn't want to kill the last one. Also hasn't taken his rhino, so he's got to be careful. Sometimes I do this where I get all caught up in chicken funneling that I forget to take the rhino. What a masty piece over here. A true masty piece, yes. True masty piece. So his wood line here looking pretty efficient. 3 farms in the Dark Age, which is usually what you do if you're going to go light cav. And the Turks do get the free light cav upgrade, so scouts into light cav will be right away for them. Is multiply quickly, but you need 2 of them. Clearly Emu has not learned about the birds and the bees. Oh, that's true. Emu needs to learn about basic biology class. Well, he must have taken at least basic Dijkstra shortest path lessons, because he at least knew to funnel. Also, a question for the chat. How's the internet quality been? Have we had any drops or whatnot the past, ever since I called my ISP? We were dropping during one of the team games we played, so I called my ISP live on stream and they restarted my modem several times for me. I don't think it was helpful, but we haven't had any drops since then. Perfect wise turtle with a wise comment on my internet. Not that you've noticed. Alright, alright. I'll have to keep monitoring this over several days. So, Feudal Age, Feudal Age. Just look at Young Sheldon. I've never actually watched that. I've never actually watched that. But then again, I don't really watch TV. I just watch Age of Empires. Maybe he assumed they'd already laid their eggs? Maybe. Also, look at how insanely good this map is for Emu. Both of his golds and his stone in the back of his base. Oh, he even took the hare. He took it. He just took it out there. Just sent 2 vills to take it. So 3 on gold, lots of farms, and a barracks. So usually you don't do this many farms if you're going to go for light cav, but he actually had a very slow uptime on 27 vills. Maybe that's just to adjust for the chickens, but he's going stable market. Now, the Woo have an eco bonus. Does capture rate? I've noticed it takes a while to load in this menu now. I don't know what that is. But they receive 1 free vill for each eco upgrade. So they want to just spam those eco techs like he's doing horse collar right now as fast as they can. Yep, 2 vills is enough. 2 vills. They have 75 food on them. And they decay fairly slowly, but the vills carry 35 food each. So it'll decay more than 5 food by 2 vills gathering from it. They have a sick eco, one of the best ecos you could imagine. They will have 2 free vills right now, and in all likelihood, I imagine you click the gold mining upgrade on your way up too. Might preclude adding in a scout, but yep, there we go. 10 farms, he'll have horse collar, and I imagine soon gold mining too for a 3rd extra vill. Then once he gets up, probably thinks about bowsaw. So the Turks, the advantage that the Turks get is their light cav upgrade will be for free. So as soon as they get up, all their scouts instantly become light cav. But in one of the very weird quirks of AoE 2, scouts have 1.55 speed, and light cav only have 1.5 speed. One of those rare instances where an upgrade ends up decreasing a stat. So your scouts from Emu actually will be able to run away from Masty's light cav for the moment. Oh, do I know I have the Hera Gauntlet logo up? I do not know that. Thank you for letting me know. Also, I should pay attention to my... For some reason, my YouTube chat in OBS is broken, so apologies if I'm not reading that like I want to be. Hello, race car driver and Ortega. And Michael. I read YouTube chat. I do. It's just OBS stopped updating my YouTube chat. Hooray for weird stat buffs. Yes. So husbandry there for Emu. That'll make everything faster. Heavy plow. He's doing the eco upgrades. Heavy plow before bow saw. Is that a thing? Oh, wait. No, never mind. He has bow saw too. Never mind. He did both of them. It's a thing at the same time. Yeah, AoE 2 has the weird quirks that your farm upgrades aren't really food upgrades. They're actually wood upgrades. Because they make your farms have more food. Which just means you spend less wood on farms over time. But triple TC, look at this eco, 3 TCs, scouts, extra vills. He's up by 5 vills, and has an extra TC. Masty here went for the monastery, instead of the 3rd TC right away. But free light cav I don't think makes up for this. The Turks mine gold faster, but so far he's only had 2 vills on gold. He's not really concentrating on gold. And Masty, okay, he deleted his lumber camp to place the TC. That is something you can do if you want a nice TC spot. He's going to build it with all his vills. All 18 vills on the TC. And I'll get that up as fast as he can. And good thing he did indeed have bowsaw before he deleted that. Heavy plow increases vill carry capacity. It gives them +1 carry capacity. That does help them slightly for farming. That is true. That is true. Alright, so Masty with a monk out in the middle of nowhere. And it will get sniped out. He was going for that relic, but gets sniped. So his monk here, basically, you stand behind the walls to try to convert the light cav. Also, there are these lovely black panthers in the middle of the map. They attack neither light cav nor monks. They attack your other military units, but not your scout and not your monk. Not your siege. Oh, that's something I remember from AoE 4 when it first came out. There were wolves on the map, but they attacked your trade carts, and they couldn't fight back. Oh, nice conversion there from Masty. Gets an early conversion there. A bit lucky there. That TC was a Mastyjames special. Don't they just go Shinbei Raiders? I would think so, but I think the Shinbei Raiders are more a castle to imp transition for the way. I think that's where the Turks struggle to deal with them the most. If they open Shinbei Raiders, then I think Turks have more room to play monks plus light cav and pick relics. And there's the first relic of the game collected by Masty. Yeah, the way aren't really that great in post-amp, and it's about winning the game before you get there. About a 4 TC boom with their eco. It's a 10 vil lead for Emu. And it's 10 vils plus wheelbarrow. This eco is crazy. He's even picked off a few monks here and there. Now Masty, he's going to try to block. And, ooh, nicely done. That scout has no HP left. And he'll get his second and probably third relic, as there are no more scouts patrolling around the map. And there's a second stable from Emu. Okay, the second stable I find curious. I would have thought now's the time you start adding in ranges and thinking of the Shinbei Raiders. There's the loom for Masty. Not on stone, it's not going to be forward castle or anything. But it's his turn to be 1k res behind, and so far this is going to be a great opening for Emu. They're cheap, they're very cheap. Shinbei into Tiger Cav, extended castle age. We'll see if that occurs. So double stables. And forging. A few houses along the edge of the map. With map control, I wonder if heavy camel is just the play. Yeah, that is interesting. Heavy camel from the Turks. I think that requires so much eco, though, that Shinbei Raiders can kite them. Also, we have the lovely fact that the blacksmith graphics for the East Asian graphics, I think they win the award for most overflowing their bounding box of any graphic in the game. Gotta be extra careful if you're walling, not to be debated by leaving a hole. Is there any point in researching loom? No, there's not. No, there's not. even back in the day in 1v1 Arena, the Maya used to be a better civ, but or at least for Arena, before some balance changes. They started with 1 extra Vil, so they were housed at the start of the game. So you always researched Loom at the start with the Maya, just because there was nothing else you could do. Even they would sometimes skip Loom on Arena to have the extra 50 gold. They would just have some idle time at the start. Yeah, but now we see the Black Panther going for the Camel Rider. Oh, they attack a fox. That must have been a misclick. You do it when you get housed, this Paradox says. Yep, gives you something to do when you're housed. So Imp first for Masty, Bloodlines and Forging. He's been on 3 TCs, Emu's been on 4. Emu will have a huge eco lead. But then Turks are Turks. Masty also has 4 relics. Where's the 5th relic? Is there a monk holding a relic now? I don't see a 5th relic. Wait. Eco map? Oh, there it is. It's right in front of my eyes. It's in the center of the screen, the spot where I'm not looking. It's like taking a fastball right down the middle. And not swinging at it. And here comes some Huiguan Cav, but as someone suggested earlier, camels should be a good counter to this. They'll counter the Huiguan Cav and the Tiger Cav. And if they close the distance against the Shinbei Raiders, they will kill them. That's a big if. And will require some Emu mistakes with his micro. It stops when you're housed. Yeah, in AoE 1, you could actually queue up units. If you were at like 49 out of 50 pop, you could queue up units in every single one of your production buildings, and they all would be produced. And you'd get to like 62 out of 49 pop if you had 13 buildings producing. It was only a check to start the queue. And it didn't account for other units already being produced. So here's a good raid from Masty, finding the Vils out of position. A couple of them get walled in, but he's gonna kill a few Vils going for that castle. Still a huge Vil lead, so Emu has Vils to spare. There's the Shinbei Raider. He'll stay safe behind the walls to try to keep these camels away, but that's the second castle, denied for now. Emu has more res, but I like Masty's position better. I also like in the long run Masty's Civ. But this is the position, I think, where Emu wanted to have that lead. It's where his eco kicks in before Masty's does. And that's still going to be the case. He's going to get all of his upgrades added in. But Masty, he's the Turks. He has that faster imp. He has the instant chemistry research, so he can instantly make the hand cannoneers and bombard cannon now that he's up. Oh, and the cannon can hit the Vils. And this castle is 100% denied. And he can try to force Emu to delete this castle, but he's going to go for the standing castle first. And he's got more cannon on the way. Turk cannon have extra hit points too, so they're extremely difficult to pick off. He might want to repair Vil, but now Emu has to repair his own castle. They do get the Janissaries. Yep, that's their unique unit. Masty would need a castle to make those, though. Oh, a monk dies to the hand cannoneers. And now Shinbei Raider is probably the best option. Emu will do all the upgrades. Bracer, Thumb Ring, Parthian, Chemistry, Conscription. All the upgrades for the Shinbei Raiders. Conscription at the castle makes everything train faster. He'll get more attack speed, and armor from all those upgrades on his Cav archers here. But they have only 40 hit points. Oh, he doesn't have bloodlines. Without bloodlines, that's kind of rough. And he'll repair that castle as well as he can. Monk forward for Masty, and I'm still liking Masty's army composition. Heavy camo plate parting. Now the hand cannoneer is behind it. Still not the best option for dealing with the Shinbei Raiders. But maybe you get to heavy cav archer at some point. No traction trebs? Well, what would traction trebs do, really, against bombard cannon? 5 cannon all besieging this castle, and Emu's out of stone. Oh, this castle is going to crumble. He has to buy his stone at the market. Someone said earlier he'll need to sell his retirement savings just to buy stone to keep that castle alive, and not even going to be enough. That'll go down. He's got no more castle. He has all the eco in the world, but won't do him any good if he can't produce anything. He's housed now at 180 pop. And, ooh, Bombard Cannon could hit those Shinbei Raiders. He's going for pikemen, but there are already hand cannoneers out to counter them. Wall on the range will go down. It's still so hard to pick off those cannon. Let's see, what type of attack ground can we get? Nice split from Emu to dodge the cannon shots. How many cannon can he pick off here? It's not that easy with the camels to fend off the cav archers, and they don't even get one cannon. They don't even get one. Things are looking better and better for Masty. Especially since he has all 5 relics behind this. Oh, nice cannon shot. Nice shot on the Shinbei Raiders. And the cannon will be picking off Vils, taking out the barracks. And the heavy camels are pushing in, getting poked a bit by the halbs. But they're getting in, and I mean, the camel usually isn't a raiding unit, but when you have this many, you might as well go for it. The walls are breached, the camels are in, and Emu, the scores are still really close, but I think Emu's on his last legs here. Maybe this is a mistake from Masty if he loses all of the camels, but he's closed the Vil gap to about 10 Vils now. And those hand cannoneers are doing work here. There's still no bloodlines, Emu. Still no bloodlines. Wasn't this what happened to Leary against ACCM 2? Completely forgot about bloodlines. Well, what is it about the way you forget about bloodlines? No, Smokey. Hello, Smokey. Yeah, on that Sonota's game. Okay, cannon shot. Oop, dodge. And there'll be camels in front with cannon behind to try to keep the Shinbei Raiders away. Those hand cannoneers will be melted, or the halberdiers will be melted by the hand cannoneers. Smokey has arrived. Helping us prevent forest fires. And I'm struggling now to see a way back into this game for Emu. Still has more resources collected, but that's not gonna help him forever, especially without bloodlines. These things are gonna melt. They only have 40 hit points. They only have 40 hit points. They have the same HP as a Vil. Hello, ducks. I mean, I don't think it's winnable with bloodlines. Then we have ring archer armor now, gold shaft mining, and Masty still hasn't even gotten to cav archers. He could get to Sipahi cav archers too. Oh, killing more Shinbei Raiders with the cannon, getting some nice cannon shots in there. Oh, there's bloodlines. He remembered. He remembered. Emu's a thinking man. He remembered. He forgot to think earlier. And maybe it's a bit too little, too late. Oh, double blacksmith. Let's go. That TC will go down to the cannon pretty quickly. There's the GG. And Mastyjames will find himself with a 2-0 lead. 1 win away from advancing to the semifinals of USA Cup. And let me check the stats. There we go. We will have military 162 to 76. Military KD, Masty, you see, he consistently had more military, grabbed the relics. And Emu consistently more eco, but could not get the timing he needed. He had a huge eco lead, but didn't have the map control with the eco lead backing it up. And maybe the heavy camel really was the play there. For Masty, he played that very well. 4th TC was a mistake? Maybe it was. Maybe it was too big of a boom. Alright, so let's just see Arena. It's a loss there. And if he goes Migration, I'm surprised to see that as a home map for Emu. Migration is usually a Masty map. And Masty still has his top 2 civs left. I mean, maybe it's Inundation next for Emu to try to go Spanish. That's where I think he would have the best civ advantage. get a nice refill on the water. Oh, they both love migration, but it's usually FFA pilgrims. As I unceremoniously drop my phone on the ground. Yeah, press F to pay respects to the phone. I've had the screen repaired on this phone already. I've already used my one free, covered by a warranty repair. No more broken phone screens for me. Thinking costs a lot of res, it does. That AW1Q feels like a feature more than a bug. You don't want goths to have that. Want to convert the Panthers, ooh. And, I think I answered this earlier. What Ortega, they are in the same house, yes. We think that Masty is a few minutes older. I need more insurance for that phone. I have less than 1 year of payments on the phone remaining. That's how they get you. That's how they get you with the phone. Because when I got the phone, I got a $400 discount, but I only get the discount if I, like, keep the phone for 3 years. And it's like a monthly payment for 3 years until I pay off the phone. I can't just, like, pay it all at once. I have to be part of their phone company payment plan. Alright, so it will be migration now. And I'm going to click a button to swap the scene. There we go. Only a 60-second spectator delay. Paradox has got to come in. Admin lost both of them. So, migration. A wonderful map. But another map that I think was kind of killed by the water rework. I think it was more interesting before the fishing ships could garrison. So Emu will push in the deer, and usually if you play AoE 2, you put 6 on sheep, but since you take the deer faster, you only need 5 on deer. And Emu will push the deer and advantage them to go to the lumber camp pretty darn early. And we'll see Masty will do the same thing, so 5 on deer. And do a lumber camp. He killed 2 deer, has both of them rotting. Maybe less than ideal, but he'll try to push more in. Here we'll see the crazy pathing of the deer. Look how far apart those two got. And yeah, Italians for Masty, Portuguese for Emu. And I typed the civs in right, I did. Yeah, oh my gosh, Paradox. Don't remind me of that. So the Portuguese have this, does capture age show it? It doesn't even show it. They have this building called the Fittoria. It costs 20 population. It generates a free trickle of all the resources. It's just about the same as having 10 vills. So it's 20 pop for 10 vills. But this is a map where the resources are finite and can run out. And we might have a 24-hour game where there are just Fittorias on the starting island. And Emu will have wood. FC circumnavigation. Can you control both starting islands with Fittorias? Yeah. Several years ago, what was it? It was 2023. We had a tournament on Team Islands. It was a 4v4 Nations Cup. It was Austria versus UK. And which team was it? I think it was it Austria? Yeah, it was Austria. Who picked the Portuguese. And they also had Spanish and Bengalis. Which, when you make trade carts, the Bengalis give you food in addition to gold. And the Spanish have faster, or have better trade. They get more gold per trip on their trade. And they just camped on their island. The Portuguese player went 200 pop with Fittorias and a couple of vills. Added bombard towers as the stone trickled in while his team traded. They just defended against landings. for 4 hours. Eventually, UK ran out of resources. One of my favorite games of all time. What makes that better is the drama that the set then went tied 2-2, and it got tied it was so late in the night that they rescheduled to play the next game, and then out of nowhere, here comes Leary. Hadn't been playing all tournament, but he... All right, we're back. We're back. I think I'll need to restart the game, but we're back. This is the fun of AoE 2. If you drop from the game, you literally need to start again. So my ISP has not successfully fixed the internet. Yeah, if you were here earlier, we took a bit of a break so I could call my ISP, tell them to fix the internet. And I'm getting a call back tomorrow at 1 p.m. And I'm going to tell the guy, nope, we're still dropping. Yeah, everyone, press F5 to pay respects. Let's see if YouTube gets that if I type it. Yeah, fresh. We're back. We're back. Well, Civ is the best to FC Gandalf with. Hello, no zombie. We didn't miss anything, though. We didn't miss anything. We're good. Just Dark Age. Don't want to be left on a cliffhanger. Well, that's what the Austria-UK series was. It was tied 2-2. Leary comes out of nowhere. And then, after stalling for 4 hours... Oh, ooh, okay. We're starting to get back. Alright, starting to get back. Ran out of game data a second time. Alright, third time's the charm. Third time's the charm. Blame it on your ISP. Yeah, spam the 13s in the chat. I think we're back. So I've been attempting to reconnect. If you're still here, you will see the Majesty. That is, I somehow got the achievement screen behind the menu. Right. This shouldn't be possible. Happens when a game ends and I try exiting too fast. Return to map. There we are. Okay, once more. Okay, we're not going to give up. We're not going to give up. My internet might give up, but I will not give up. We'll just cast in-game for a bit, and then open Capture Age, I think. Take number 4. Alright, yeah, we'll hear the silence of I have the game sounds off while Capture Age is open. Also, this is lovely. If you use the in-game grid, this is a weird thing, but the grid doesn't show up in the Fog of War area when you watch a recorded game. Give it for the critical stage of a reverse sweep. Alright, well, we'll see. I'll open Capture Age now. We'll see if this works. Fingers crossed. There we are. Okay, fingers crossed. If you use Marco? Really? Marco did work. As did the explored setting in-game. Circumnavigation didn't used to work, but I think they fixed that. Alright, so both players up to feudal. Transport ship. Transport ship. We don't need to do ×8. We can do ×4. We'll have barracks there for Emu. You can probably go scouts in the middle. Both going for fast castles. Scout for Masty in the middle. He's transporting too. More vills. Scouts will fight each other. Res collected is identical, just like the two of them. And oh, the Hulk kills the Vill on the dock, so Masty loses his middle Vill. And Masty, what is Masty doing? Masty is not going middle. He has one dock on the left, but usually Masty's a full-on ignore the water, play middle type of player. There's a shorefish in the middle. That's a DE map scripting thing there. Or just an AoE 2 map scripting thing. So, lots of ships in the bottom. Let's just maybe do ×2. We'll speed cast, but we won't do, like, infinite speed cast. Alright, fishing ships hop in the dock. Those hulks will be fended off away from the dock. We'll have some more war hulks north of the dock as they come around on the side. And shouldn't be too much of an issue for Emu to clean that up. Masty does have a bit of a score lead now, mostly from the water. And actually from the res collected, 17 fishing ships to 14. So he's going pretty heavy for that fish boom. All things considered. Does he have upgrades? He has fishing lines. Does Emu have upgrades? He doesn't have fishing lines. Okay, so fishing lines and more fishing ships versus no fishing lines. And now Masty's pushing around with his ships in the south, and we're up to real time. All right, up to real time again. So Emu has more villagers right now, 47 to 35. And villagers themselves are more valuable than fishing ships, even if the overall number of eco units is similar. And villagers themselves are more valuable. But right now, Masty is a huge res collected lead. Yeah, Masty has so much food he can go imp. He's Italians too. He doesn't even need that much food to go imp. He can go imp and then some. He has the university and just needs one more castle age building. And actually, he could just straight go imp. Maybe a monastery for him. Even a workshop. And fire is defending for Emu. Lots of hulks there for Masty. Some hulks for Emu too. So, looks like Emu will win this fight. And have enough fires left over to push the war galleys away. So there is something of a triangle. Fire counters war galley counters hulk, hulk counters fire. And a couple of forward docks for Emu. Okay, forward docks from him. Masty's selling food. And is he ready to go up? He's going to throw down a monastery, and then he'll go imp. And what happens then? Did the Italians just win? As they should be able to go imp and then win water. And then they can go condottieri against the Portuguese gunpowder on land. Both of them going to be good monk civs. Emu grabbing 4 relics, and we'll get all 5 relics. But this is so unlike Masty not to focus on the middle on migration. And hello, wizard. How you doing? Castle does better versus imp. Well, we'll see if that's the case, as we have imp right now for Masty. Still a lot of resources on his home island, and he has all this food without a single farm. His fish have been fishing away. And he's on stone to take back middle eventually. So what he can do now, as long as he has some water control, is just put 20 vills in a transport, drop a castle in the middle, and there's not enough army to stop that. He's trying to outpost, and what does he see? What does Masty see? Oh, imagine a castle right here. That'd be sick. Where's the transport? It's in this dock. There he goes. So Masty's plan, head imp, YOLO a castle to the middle, and then Treb. And conveniently enough, right where he wants to drop the castle, there will be 4 relics ready for the taking. If not 5. Emu can outproduce even being in castle. So I think Masty's plan is just going to be to go imp, then abandon the water and go for a castle drop. Okay, there's the transport. The vills are getting next to the transport. There they go. Oh, no. Well, I'm being so silly. Masty's not going to castle drop the middle. He's going to castle drop here. He's going to go for the home island. Well, he might not have the timing on that. But right now, Emu does not have the food to go imp. He's tons of gold he'll need to buy. Will Emu see the transport? Maybe not. Let's see. I guess Masty could just castle here. That's an option too. Is that where he's going? Okay, yeah, that's where he's going. And Emu sees that, of course. Well, can he do anything about it? Oh, he's going to send the vills. He's sending the vills. Oh, he's going to do another castle. We have a pair of romantic castles there. But no, okay, Masty's just like debating the castle. He's going to keep going. Okay, well, Emu stops the castle drop. And castle both, he has the stone. That is true. Oh my gosh, look at all those hooks. Those anchors from the grappling ropes. Grappling hooks? That's what they are, grappling hooks. Masty could just send more vills and do another castle. Okay, there he is on the home island. Can Emu do a defensive castle here? He can buy one right away. He's got guard tower now. Yeah, no heavy warship for Masty. Or as you write that, he clicks heavy warship. So there's the imp warship upgrade. And Emu not reacting to this. He can do a castle, but he will be trebbed. And I mean, losing your TCs means you can't go imp if you don't have TCs. Now Emu has the water, so Emu could just castle trap Masty's island. And there's the first treb. And where's the next? Oh, there's TC time. Why not do a TC? Where's the next castle for Masty, though? Did he sell stone? Emu bought stone. There's a castle. Emu could buy his way up to imp with food if he wanted. Alright. Alright. Let's see if we're back. Once again, DE is going to make me restart the rec from the beginning. Alright, we're at 20 minutes in. I need to restart DE too. Oh, lovely. Alright, chat. We're not giving up, though. We're casting this game. We're back. We got 30 minutes of game time to speed up to, but we're casting it. We're not giving up. And let's see if we can load it. Thanks, ISP. Up D just crashed. I attempted to join a game to spectate. Send an error report to DE so that those devs can fix their issues. That is a DE issue. Ah. My internet may give up, but I will not give up. True AoE2 spirit right there. Indeed. I'll join from the dashboard. Maybe that's safer. Cheats enabled? No. Let's see. Okay, we're back. I've once again dropped. Maybe the right thing is just to raid Duve then, because my internet clearly does not want to cooperate tonight. And the fact that every time I drop I need to start from the beginning is going to make this kind of impossible. So why don't we do that? Hello, gentlemen. Hello. We're back, but I don't think we're actually back. As I said, though, I can look at Duve's stream and I see that there is a castle on Masty's Island. But, yeah. Apologies, I can't really do much until I get that. I'll receive a phone call from my ISP tomorrow at 1 p.m. and tell them that something's wrong. Wait for next week's episode to conclude. So, yeah. Maybe I'll just go and... Alright, my internet dropped so much that I can't even raid him. Alright, my attempt. I'm going to very quickly post in YouTube. Go check out Duve's stream. I say, internet is dropping. Duve is casting if you want to see the rest. There, and we'll raid him on Twitch. Boom. Alright, back. We're going to try to raid Duve. Everyone, go. Go. Say hi to Duve. Try for casting. Thanks for watching. We did what we can. Go say hi to Duve.